start. I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this important meeting of the National Integration Council. I would like you to remember that we are meeting at a time when the country is facing grave challenges. This is the time when we have to demonstrate to the world that we are all one and we have the only objective of building our country strong and dynamic. You are aware that it is not the first time that the Council is meeting. We met from time to time after attaining independence to discuss various issues confronting our nation. In this meeting of today, we propose to devote our attention to the important question of communal harmony. I feel it is necessary because at present certain forces are at work to create differences between one community and the other. In addition to this, there are some other equally important and major issues like terrorism. In the present day meeting, we have to consider all these very important issues and find solutions to them. It is considered view of the government that this important forum should be utilized as often as necessary to discuss issues that are before the nation and create a congenial climate for their solution. It is a matter of pride that since the dawn of history, Indian society has been characterized by a spirit of tolerance. I consider that this is the most unique feature of our country, and I hope you will also agree with me in this regard. We are true to our own faith and to our own way of living, and at the same time, we have always respected the rights of others to practice and propagate their faith and to choose their own way of life. It is this special characteristic that has given India a rich civilization and a remarkable culture of which we can be proud of. If the present developments are viewed from this background, they are quite distressing to all the right thinking persons. In the last few years, the communal virus has been spreading from place to place, and the communal riots have caused a heavy loss of human life. They have brought great misery to the people. All of us who are meeting here must seriously think as to why these abnormal developments are taking place in our society. It seems that the wisdom, the tolerance, and the spirit of accommodation of our ancient society are being forgotten. Secularism is one of the outstanding features of our nation. Communalism is extremely dangerous as it generates hatred and creates differences between man and man. It is unfortunate that much of our nation's energy and resources have to be diverted to check the communal violence, while the economic development and the improvement of the living conditions of the poor masses is the need of the hour. I am very happy to inform you that we have embarked on a very ambitious set of policies to enable us not only to overcome this crisis but also to establish India as a strong and dynamic country. We have the enormous task of spreading literacy and education, improving the standards of living of our people, and providing employment opportunities to millions of youth. For the attainment of these goals, we need peace and order and a spirit of cooperation among the people. These are the tasks which should receive the utmost attention of all of us in this meeting. The pace of change is very fast all over the world. In almost every country, historic developments are taking place, and many countries are making rapid progress. In this race, we cannot allow India in any case to be left behind. It is therefore necessary to put together the energies of all our people, irrespective of the caste and religion, and concentrate on the most important task of building our nation. It should be the combined view of all of us that the unity and integrity of our country must be preserved at all costs, as it is above politics, above individual gain, and above the interests of one group or another. It is fundamental to the prosperity of the nation as a whole. Dear Sir, I am in receipt of your letter of 2nd instant and very happy to learn that you propose to visit India during the month of September to participate in the international seminar on education, which is being attended by educationists of very high repute from all over the world. As you are aware, the present day education system is not able to completely prepare and equip the children to meet the challenges that are likely to arise in their day to day life. I hope you will agree with me that education without a proper moral base is counterproductive and cannot yield any fruitful results. It is very important that the children should be made to understand the moral basic values of almost all the major religions of the world in the primary stages itself. I hope and trust that it will not only shape their own lives but also the future of the nation to which they belong. I am confident that the seminar for which you are coming will not only give thought to this important aspect of education, but also various other problems confronting the education system. It is indeed a matter of satisfaction that you propose to stay in India for a few more days after the seminar and visit some of the famous educational institutions in the country. I have no doubt whatsoever that those institutions would be immensely benefited by your visit. I have made it a point to be present here during the days of your visit and would also like to accompany you. I am also preparing a plan to take you to some of the important spots of tourist interest in and around the places you propose to visit. Looking forward to receive you personally. Yours truly. చెప్పు.
మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేయాలి కదా.
చెప్పు. నీళ్ళు వస్తున్నాయని విన్నాను.